Usually I don't talk in church, and I definitely wouldn't be talking about sports in church.
He makes a fair point, but luckily, Jon made an exception for us, or really for Ansley Almonor.
This is where we worship, and we worship over there near the front, and I just happened to notice a very tall looking athletic man show up. During that part of the liturgy, you're not supposed to be looking around, but I just happened to see him one time, and I saw him more often. He seemed to go to the same service that we did. And then eventually we got to know him through your show. Then we got to know about him as a man, and he's a pretty special player and a very special person. And that's what struck us the most. I don't think a basketball player in the season has a whole lot of free time. And he devotes a chunk of his time in the morning, on Sunday mornings, to go in and nourish himself spiritually. He doesn't seem like a man that was doing this for the celebrity. He's there to worship. And what happens though is that people that recognize him also recognize him being physically present here.
Jon's 5 grandkids, all under the age of 8, might not fully grasp who Ansley Almonor is and what he is doing right now on Saturdays. But Jon, who to them is G-pop, also hopes they're learning from how Almonor spends Sundays.
Now that they would see a famous Kentucky basketball player doing what they're doing on Sundays, is they can learn by example, by seeing someone else doing it. It's not just their parents telling them to do it, or they're just going to find themselves in the car headed to this cathedral on Sunday. They're actually going to see someone who had a choice whether they come here or not on a Sunday. And Ansley decided, this is where I'm going to go. So it was kind of fun to see him coming to church. It was fun to see him coming to church even after a late night game, where he had a really good game. One of his first really good games. It was late. He comes in, he's kind of walking like you would expect someone who probably didn't have a whole lot of sleep. And he was there.
Do you find yourself rooting a little harder for Ansley now that you feel like you know him a little bit?
Not only that, but I know him in that what kind of fighter he is. I mean, he came from a place where he was comfortable. I mean, he was a guy at another college, and Coach Pope said, you can come, but we have a star at your position. And he said, well, I want to come and I want to help you win. He had no guarantees. That's a really gutsy move.
Or a leap of faith.
One faith builds on the other.
If you could tell Ansley something right now, what would you tell him?
I'm impressed by you. I like your story. I wish you continued luck in the next game and the game after that, the rest of the season. You've made an impression on us. We enjoy watching him play. We root pretty loudly when we see him come in and play, and we want him to sink every 3 that he lines up for. We know he's going to do good things in life. Just from what we know about him, we know he's going to do good things in life, so we root for that also.
That's crazy. I would have never expected just people really getting an impression on me from that. I just really go because my grandma always told me that was the right thing to do. And I'm glad I get to inspire young kids to, want to worship and show them that it's the right thing to do.
What do you think your grandma would think about that?
She'd be happy. She'd be happy that I listened. Mm-hmm. That I followed her lead.
Absolutely. If you could tell anything back to Jon, I guess, what would you want to tell him?
Thanks for this I appreciate your guys' support. I wish I went yesterday. I didn't see him though. I went to earlier mass, so I wish that I hope I get to see him again. And I definitely want to go introduce myself and get to see his grandkids and stuff like that, because I really appreciate this, and this message to me, it means a lot.
Gosh, I know that was emotional. I appreciate you watching it with us.
Yeah, I mean, I think BB, I think everybody who was supporting me this whole journey, it means a lot, and it means the world that I have like a supporting a family like this who gets to support me for the rest of my life now. I know that these people always have my back. They always root for me. No matter where I go, it really means a lot to have this much support.